They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Freeman again. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And tough starting field position here. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Jameis to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Jameis now on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Second down now after the pass completion. The play clock's running down. To throw, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. 23 yards on the play.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Again, it's Winston. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion. Now a carry here for Terrence West. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Second down, Winston. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Vic Beasley able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Stonewalled on second down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Adrian Peterson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now he steps away, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Gerald McCoy able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And before they can run this 3rd down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. From the gun, Winston. He's got Evans. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has when he has to make that throw on the line.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
First down, Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Evans has it left side. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
They run it with McKinnon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
They run once more with McKinnon. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. but he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
They go play action here on first down. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Mike Evans from 3 yards out. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
So out come the Falcons now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, think.
It got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 81 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on his 4th possession. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here again is McKinnon. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first.
I don't know about you, but I feel like there's a little extra juice when you see Jameis Winston connect with Mike Evans early. And when they do it often, This team is really energized.
Well, and Evans at 6'5", those long arms, it's so tough to defend.
And he surprises you with how fast he is because he looks like he's just loping along, and all of a sudden you're 10 yards behind him, and Jameis Winston finds him.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shedding through the defense. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Bucs on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now Ryan back into his end zone. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get...
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and it'll be first down Atlanta. Well, kind of interesting for sure. It worked out for them. They only had a yard to go. You know, when you do that fake punt, you're kind of starting back further than you need to when you only have 1 yard.
Yeah, and I guess they felt like that was a true full fake because most of the time with a yard to go, you leave your offense on the field, you run something from your playbook. But here, they gave the full impression they were going to punt it away and picked up the first down. They definitely surprised us.
Yeah, I was going to say surprise, surprise. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And that'll bring up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by C.O. Moore. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And now the offense will look to respond after the sack. Now a second down throw for Winston. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. Fights loose. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
He's going to look deep down the field. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Hold that thought, Mr. Ridley. We've got a trip to the title game on the line. Folks are eager to get right back to the action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here's McKinnon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 46 yards. And he motions the wide receiver. A first down throw for Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and goal here from the 2. They'll run with Peterson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And here now it's second and goal, ball on the 7-yard line. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. Toss play to McKinnon. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jerick McKinnon taking it in from a yard out. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Well, it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
On third down, Ryan. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Levante David in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be fielded at the 17. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter if it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And this is going to be incomplete. The foul.
People trying to say I'm only enemy. Got a code with my dogs, can't get in between. I can give them life, no more energy. Man, amen. Spent about 60 on the time, I can't even lie. No way in, no way out.